If you are a fan of softball, then you are going to love the Fastpitch TV show. We're bringing you more interviews, more videos, and more product reviews than anyone else on the planet. Sit back and get ready. Here's the Fastpitch TV show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fastpitch TV show. Now, if you found our show on Facebook, MySpace, or another video sharing site, please check out our website. I tell you this every week, and I'm going to keep telling you. Check out www.fastpitch.tv. It's the place to find all of our past episodes, of course, but it's also the place to keep up with our future shows, too. So check that out. I'd also like to thank our sponsor, Softball Junk. Please visit their website at, softballjunk.com, of course. Now, today we have another training video from Christine Summers. Now, Christine Summers is from the In the Zone Academy here locally in Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now, today Christine is talking about step versus no step, and we'll show you that right after a word from our sponsor.
Do you need a softball bat? Do you want to save $30? SoftballJunk.com is offering an additional $30 discount off the price of all non-sale softball bats on their website. That's right, $30. So the next time you buy a bat, go to SoftballJunk.com and enter the code FPTV30 during checkout. And wham! You just put a cool $30 in your pocket.
Okay, we're going to talk about step versus no step here. This is something that's really important to be aware of. A lot of people who hit, they don't know if they do take a step or they don't. I'll do a lesson with somebody, they'll take 20 swings, and I'll ask them, I'll say, do you take a step or do you not take a step? And I usually get a blank look and, I think I do sometimes. Okay, that's not the answer that we're looking for. We need to know, do you take a step or do you not take a step? The reason this is important is because when you start your feet and you start your stance, you want that to be whatever you're going to do. Okay, if you're not taking a step, you're going to need your feet wider. If you do take a step, you don't want your feet as wide. So how wide do we make your stance? That's the question. Everyone doesn't know. They're confused. They start in different spots. They're not sure. They just put their feet down. Our stance is very important, where our feet are. So we're going to talk about that and the few different steps and not steps that we can take. Okay. So the first thing about your stance is we need to make sure that our feet are straight. Okay. Something I tell people is when they're stepping into the box, make sure that, look down. Put that one foot in, make sure it's straight. Put down the other foot. Make sure that it's straight. Okay. Not straight facing the pitcher, straight out. Okay. You see a lot of times this back foot will be facing back toward the catcher. That's going to get our hips to where they're not working for us. We want them straight. What you do want to look at is your finished product. Okay. When you swing, are your feet this close? Are your legs, are your knees hitting each other? Are they hitting each other right here? If so, you're too close. Okay. Now, when you finish, do your feet look like this? This is a little bit too far. Okay, we're a little out of balance. I'm trying to stay up. We don't want that either. We want something in between. Okay, we want to have good balance where we're having a little bit of bend here with this leg. We're able to straighten up this one, and I am straight over the middle of my body. I'm right over my knee. I'm not too far back, and I'm not too far forward. Okay, so when you are practicing, you need to find out where that is, and you need to get into that position. Okay, now, if you're not going to take a step, just turn your feet and leave them right there, because you're not going to be moving. Okay, all you're doing is you're turning your legs. Okay, you're in the perfect spot. Now, get into that position. If you are going to take a step, you need to figure out how big your step is. Okay, you need to bring your foot back. If you take a big step, you need to practice. You need to get out to the length that you were just at. Put a piece of tape down when you're at home in the garage and see where it is. Practice. What feels comfortable? Do I need to take a little one, or do I feel comfortable taking a bigger step? The biggest thing is with your steps is we do not want to be moving our head. Sometimes people will take big steps and they'll come down. And as you can see, my head is moving, which means my eyes are moving and I'm losing focus of the ball. Okay, we do not want that. So we want to make sure that when we're taking steps, we're just moving back and forth, even if it's up. Okay, we want to get more weight on our back leg to lift that leg up. here and down. You can see I'm still not moving my head, but I'm lifting my leg up high, okay? So that's what we want to do if we're going to take a step, okay? The other step that you can do is a step, it's basically a two-step. It's where you're going to step back and step forward. This is something that you see a lot of baseball players do. It's becoming more common now in softball. You see it in the College World Series, but you do see it in a couple different ways. This is something that I adopted in high school, and I have kept doing it ever since. And how that's going to work is you're going to start as wide as you want to finish, okay? And then from there, when you're ready, you're going to take your step back, okay? And then when you're ready to swing and go into it, you're going to step back forward to the exact same spot that you started at, okay? That's just something to get your timing down. It's going to make sure your weight's getting back and then going back forward. It feels very uncomfortable to begin with, and anything new does. So it's something that you do have to work on. I have a lot of students the very first day I show them, like, this does not feel good, I do not want to do this, and then they come back a week later and like, this is great, I love it. I can get my timing down, it's perfect. Now, a couple things to think about with that is when you're stepping back, you've got to watch your step. Parents, when you are watching your kids, you need to watch their steps, okay? What some people will do is when they step back, they'll take a really big step back, but then they'll only take a real short step forward, okay? And they think that they're moving back out because they're just not used to it yet, okay? If that's happening, you can do one of a couple different things. One, you need to just tell them to lift their leg up and push it back out, okay? Which might feel a little weird for them, but it's gonna get their foot up. Because what's happening is their foot's hitting the ground, it's just stopping wherever it hits, okay? The other thing is, which I don't encourage this too much, but for some people it works, is to get further than you normally would, okay? So you're gonna look a little uncomfortable and you're gonna be a little wider than you normally would to begin with. But what's gonna happen is when they come back, as far as they think they are, they're actually in good position. So now when they go out, their feet are right where they should be, okay? So just see, every kid is different, and you wanna see what works for them, okay? Now the other thing that you might see, and this is what you kind of seen probably in the World Series last year, is some of the kids will bring their leg up here, and go back down. That's completely fine. Like I said before though, we just wanna make sure that our head is not moving. You've gotta make sure when you do this that you get your weight back, because if it's even when you try, you're just gonna fall down. You're gonna fall forward and you're not gonna have any balance. So you've gotta make sure to load up, get that weight back, lift that leg where you want it. All my weight's still right here, I'm not moving around, and go back into the pitch, okay? And as you see, I'm moving forward, I'm not moving up and down, okay? So, these are a few of the different types of steps that you can make. See what feels comfortable for your child. There is no right or wrong. The one thing I will say that's very important for no matter what step you take is when you load, no matter if you take a step, not take a step, I encourage the load. Because what happens sometimes when you don't and your weight is just centered, or even if it is a little bit back, a lot of times people, when they don't move their weight back forward, they just end up turning. And as you can see, it's gonna give me an automatic drop, and I'm gonna pop up a lot of balls, okay? So I really encourage to get that weight back and then shift back forward just slightly. It's not a lot, but as you go forward, then you turn, as you can see now, straight over my leg, I'm hitting more line drives, and I'm not dropping my back elbow to hit those pop-ups.
I hope you enjoyed today's show. Christine is doing a great job on these training videos. Now you can visit her website at inthezoneacademy.com. Now before I close the show, I want to make sure that everyone who watches this show on their iPhone, their iPad, iPod Touch, or Apple TV, or whatever, knows about our app. You can find out more information on it at fastpitchapps.com. We have at that site, we have the Fastpitch TV app and the Fastpitch radio app. Does cost $1.99, but it's a great way to help support the show. And don't forget to check out our website, as I said earlier, at fastpitch.tv. Now, it's not fastpitchtv.com, it's just fastpitch.tv. TV. Becoming a fan of the show on Facebook.com/FastPitchTV. Follow us on Twitter at Twitter.com/FastPitchTV. That's it for today's show. Goodbye and thanks for watching.